It's the hottest real estate news in the Bay Area, and some of this news can directly affect you if you own an investment property or plan to buy one. So watch this video till the end. Google is spending $3.5 billion in California, with much of it being in the Bay Area, while other tech firms are scaling back on office space. The search engine giant is doing exactly the opposite. What's more, it has asked all its employees to return to their workstations. So where are these big projects coming from Google? Full marks if you guess some of the places. Well, they happen to be Mountain View, Sunnyvale, and downtown San Jose. What does this mean for the real estate scene in the Bay Area? Well, there will be more people working out of here, and the demand for housing, be it a rental or a purchase, will only go up. Higher salaries will only mean that home prices will go up further. The moral of the story: if you want to buy a house, buy now. If you want to sell, you should sell whenever you are ready. Don't try to time the market, just do it. Do we need more homes or less homes? That's the question that Zillow asked the residents of Bay Area, and the result? The majority wants more new and secondary apartments in their neighborhoods. Of course, there are some people who do not want more apartments, sitting parking and traffic issues. But majority felt that new apartments would make affordable housing a reality. Besides, it would encourage more walking and biking culture, community centers, restaurants, and parks. Affordable housing is always a good idea, particularly when you realize that home values rose by almost 20% last year. Communities have realized that it's not just a Bay Area problem, but a national housing shortage. So every effort we can take to make the area more affordable is always a step in the right direction. The new state law SB9 tries to tackle precisely this problem by allowing more homeowners to split their large properties into smaller duplexes and auxiliary units. What do you think of SB9? Do you have a better idea of tackling the housing shortage? Let me know in the comments. Some more good news, folks. The first quarter of 2022 has witnessed the office vacancy rate go down 10.8% in Silicon Valley. That's a welcome sign after the COVID-19 induced lockdown that kept many people away from their workstations. According to the Collier's report, the average vacancy rates for office space decreased for the first time in 2 years. By the way, the report defines Silicon Valley as Santa Clara County and Fremont. So, what does this development mean? That Silicon Valley's office market remains on a solid ground, and you can expect your office to abandon the work from home routine of the last 2 years. Residents scored a major victory in their Save the Hill campaign by blocking a real estate development in East Bay Hills. They convinced a judge panel to preserve the environmentally sensitive hillside, land of 32 acres in a Garavana Hills, North Livermore. The upset party here is a San Ramon developer Lafferty Communities, who received the City Council nod in 2019. What tipped the scale was when the court found the environmental impact report to be flawed. Amazing work by the Alameda County residents who fought the court battle for almost 3 years until they won. Hats off to you, folks. All bets are off in Marin County as the median home price that showed a signs of tapering off is back to surpassing 1.7 million. It's a brutal news for home buyers. But again, it's not surprising. With low inventory, this is to be expected. The county assessor data for February indicates 11% increase over the previous year. So what does this price rise mean in real estate numbers? In the Marin condominium and townhome market, The median price was 732K on 64 sales in February. In the same period last year, the median was 665K on 71 sales. Is this 1.7 million new to it, Marin? No. The median for detached homes last crossed this threshold in May 2020 and even rose to 1.8 million in July before coming back to 1.7 million in August and September and going down further. This year, thanks to the rising inflation and interest rates, the price has gone up again, and this won't be the last time. With the US weekly average for 30-year fixed rate mortgage crossing 5%, anything is possible. Remember, a year ago, the mortgage rate was just 3%. There's one question I get asked all the time. Why aren't the home prices going down as the mortgage rates are going up? The answer is that the market situation is quite different today. There are three sets of home buyers today: baby boomers, millennials, and a second home buyers. That's why the old rules don't apply anymore. So what does this mean? Some sellers have made almost 60% gain in less than 6 months due to the volatile market. Of course, there's much uncertainty in the market, but there's also a lot of money and cash. That's why the home prices are forever rising. So if you want to buy, do it now. According to industry watcher Jonathan Lansner, one has to factor in inflation before we come up with a home price ratio. After looking at this trusty spreadsheet that has data going back to 1977, he found that California homeowners made 5.6% real gain between 2017 and 2021. That's 8.3% annual appreciation minus 2.7% inflation rates when the mortgage rate was less than 3%. Now, do you want to know that what was the mortgage rates between 1977 to 81? It was 16.6%, and still the homeowners saw their home prices go up by 10.2%. Between 1982 to 86, the homeowners were in the red as their 5.5% gain was overshadowed by 5.9% inflation. Between 1987 to 91, the gain was 7.5%. It fell to 6.2% from 1992 to 96 and fell further to 5.8% in 1997 to 2000. And then something amazing happened. Between 2002 to 2006, California homeowners witnessed 15.5% real home price appreciate after reducing to 3.2% inflation. That milestone hasn't been crossed yet. In fact, the value fell to 7.9% between 2007 to 2011 and furthermore to 4.6% in 2012 to 2016. These are truly points to ponder about. But one thing is certain, that in the real estate market, you rarely lose and largely gain. So what are you waiting for? Buy, sell, finance or refinance now. That is, if you are ready. The Google Village, or a downtown west as it's called, is now roughly valued at 19 billion. It's a staggering figure for this transit-focused mixed-use neighborhood that is estimated to come up in 10 years. That's a long time, right? And things can change dramatically. The Google Village will be scratching 80 acres of land near the derailed train station and a SAP center in western San Jose. So what we can see in a decade from now: 7.3 million square feet of offices, 4,000 homes, 500,000 square feet of retail outlets, 300 hotel rooms, and 15 acres of open space. That's almost 20% of greenery in what is going to be the biggest social district in San Jose. Such a development will not only transform neighborhoods, but also help the less affluent in immediate surroundings and pleasantly influence the entire city. By the time curtains go up on the most robust and largest development in San Jose, this could be more mind-boggling because 19 billion is just a preliminary estimate. It's a great time to sell a house in the Bay Area. Houses have been selling like hotcakes and there is no reason to think that a trend is about to change. But if you're looking to sell your house in the Bay Area, watch this video I uploaded last week.